here at my tree stand. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. One word. That's all I've got for you is one word: impressive. So I just came in from testing the WAVLINK extender, and I was out over 300 yards. Now, it was an unobstructed view, and it was clear and sunny day, no clouds. It was perfect conditions, and I was able to get over 300 yards connected to the Wi-Fi extender. So, hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're taking a look at the WAVLINK outdoor access point, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. In this review, I'm going to show you everything that you get in the box. I'm going to show you how to assemble it here in the studio. I'm also going to walk you through the steps of connecting it to your network. Then we're going to take it outside and we're going to give it a test from 30, 60, and 100 yards just to see the distance that we're going to get out of this. Probably not going to do the best tests like a ping test or a latency test or anything like that. What I am going to do is a distance test and a speed test from all of those different positions. You can use this 3 different ways. You can connect this directly to your router. Another way that you can use this is as a repeater, and second or third, it can be used as an access point. So in the past, I've done these, and people have a lot of questions about getting it connected and then using it as an access or a repeater. So I'm going to walk you through step by step. I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing. I got my laptop right here because that is one thing that's going to be needed. I've also got a router that is right underneath the camera. So we do have the repeater. We do have your LAN cable. We also do have a power supply. So one big thing about this, if you are connecting or when you are connecting outside, is that it does have a dedicated power source. So it's going to have to be somewhere near an outlet or connected to an extension cord at all times. You've got your in and out with your LAN cable, and this also is mountable. If you've also got your antennas, so these are going to be 4 different antennas, and you'll notice that they are 2 different sizes, and these are going to be your antenna supports or stabilizers, if you want to call it that. You got mounting hardware, and then you've also got some zip ties. So before I get started, one thing that I do want to make very clear is that I have done these in the past. And the way that I used this was probably not the best. I laid it down on a roof, and I did not get near as good a signal as what everybody thought that I should. So what I'm going to do different today is actually install this in the upright position so that the antennas, which are going to be multi-directional antennas, will be able to do that multi-direction rather than just a single direction because it was laid on a roof. So the first thing we're going to do is open up our connection. So first thing we're going to do is connect our Cat5 cable. So the first thing you want to do is feed it through the base. Then we want to feed our cable through here as well. So that's what that's going to look like when you go through there. And then this is going to slide up like that. And then finally we do have our spacer. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in to the base. That's going to go next. Then I'm going to slide up here. Okay, so the way that this is going to work, first off, all of your antennas are clearly labeled. So the 2.4 goes into one side, and the 5G goes into the other side, and you want to make sure that you have those correctly installed. So your antenna is going to be labeled, and the repeater is also going to be labeled so that you can't mess it up. Next thing I did was I took my Cat5 cable and I plugged it into my power source, and then I also had an extra Cat5 cable that went from the power source to my laptop. And what I'm doing now is I'm getting inside the WAVLINK app and going to be programming this so that we can use it as a repeater. Okay, so on the WAVLINK page, I did need to sign in, and the password is going to be admin. It's already in your manual, so it'll be ready to go. Next thing that comes up is all of my logistics. Put in a password. And there we are, just like that. It is connected. So the next thing I'm going to do is go into the settings here, and we're going to change it. So we want this to be used as a repeater. We're going to go into the mode selection. And we're going to go into repeater mode. We're going to pick my network, go next, put in my password. I'm going to set passwords for all of these. All we're doing now is setting the 2.4 and the 5G passwords and making this into a repeater. And you can see all my LED lights are solid. You can see those right there. All right, so I am also going to go down here and see what connections I have available. Right now you can see I'm wired. And now we're going to go ahead and disconnect from back here. And then under our options, we do the EXT is an extension. So there's that WAVLINK there and a WAVLINK there. So we are just using it as a repeater. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this outside and we're going to get it plugged into a power source. Then we are also going to we're actually going to fasten it to a fence post and see what kind of reception we get out in our field. Okay, so this is my current setup right now. I'm out here on a fence post, approximately 20-25 yards from the router itself. And so what we're going to do is head out into the field and see just how far this extender will extend. Okay, so here's just a quick look at where we're at. The Wi-Fi extender is approximately 50 yards. We're 50 yards out, and I do want to show you that I am connected at 50 yards. And so we're going to run a quick speed test here just to see what kind of download speeds we are getting. Okay, so the speed test that we're going to run is right from Google. Okay, so when you put in the search bar speed test, you can do it right here without going to any websites at all. So we're just going to do it right from Google itself. And I do use Starlink. However, we are now going through the Wi-Fi extender. And I'm going to go ahead and let that run, and I'm going to show you down here what we are connected to. It's the one extension 5G. And so you can see those numbers there, 59 and 3.92. What I'm going to do now is go to my router itself. So this is Starlink, and we are about 60-70 yards from the Starlink. And I want you to notice I did get connected. So we are going to run that test one more time. Look at that. I'm not even going to finish that test. It's such a weak signal that nothing is good. So what we're going to do now is connected right back up to the 5G. Look at that difference. Look at that difference. Pretty impressive. Okay, so I know it's really hard to see because we are facing the sun, but I'm currently 135 yards out. Okay, so you can see I am still connected, but it's a very poor connection. So we're going to go ahead and run this test anyway. And look! What in the world? 150 yards out. So now we are sitting at 175 yards. Try to zoom in just a little bit for you. 175 yards to the wood pile. So we're probably just knocking right at 200 yards on the repeater. Look at that! 200 yards. 200 yards. All right, so we are pushing 250 here. Somewhere around there. Look at that. Still got a signal. I'm gonna back it up again. Okay, guys, look at this. You can't even see my house from here. I'm at my tree stand. We are over 300 yards. Over 300 yards. Look at this. And I'm still getting an upload speed. Still getting an upload speed of 1. That was my download speed. And now my upload speed. From over 300 yards. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm out here at my tree stand. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. What I tested was specifically the distance test and the speed test. And the further I got away, the more my speeds slowed down. But it wasn't a terrible download speed. So I was still quite impressed with the signal that I was getting and the speed that I was getting. So incredible. Incredible.